If you're born between late October and early November, you are likely a Scorpio. So watch this video where I'm going to break down everything you need to know about the Scorpio sign, including the personality traits that commonly come up for people who have strong Scorpio energy. Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Isabelle and I help you understand who you are using personality typing and astrology. I do this because I was the kind of person who took way too long to understand themselves, and it wasn't until I discovered the Enneagram, Myers-Briggs, and astrology and so much more that I finally started to understand who I was and what my desires were. So now I'm here to teach you about these systems so that you can understand yourself a little better too and understand what your desires are. Now, before I get into and dive into what the Scorpio archetype is, grab your My Horoscope Made Me Do It hoodie so that we can be twinning in the link in the description below. I'm only offering these hoodies for a limited amount of time because I don't know if they're popular or not. I don't know if you guys like them. So grab your My Horoscope Made Me Do It hoodie. In this video, I'm covering everything you need to know about the Scorpio sign, including the traits that come along with Scorpio. Now, I feel like the archetype of Scorpio gets thrown around a lot in the astrology community, usually because they're crazy or psychotic or they're going to betray you or something. There's a lot of stigma around Scorpio. So in this video, I'm going to break down what the Scorpio archetype truly is, aside from all the stereotypes. Now, before I dive into what the Scorpio archetype is, if you're born between late October, which is around the 20th of October, and early November, which is around the 20th of November, if you're born between this time frame, your sun sign is Scorpio because you were born in Scorpio season, which refers to when the sun was in Scorpio. And if you have this placement, you will likely have strong Scorpio energy. However, you do not have to have a sun in Scorpio in order to have strong Scorpio energy. Because the sun is in Scorpio, if you have that placement, that's just one planet that could potentially be in the sign of Scorpio. And yes, you will probably have Scorpio traits if your sun's in Scorpio. But you can also have strong Scorpio energy if you were born with a moon in Scorpio, a Mars in Scorpio, a Mercury in Scorpio, and so on. So this video is not just covering what it means to have your sun in the sign of Scorpio, but also what traits will come up for you if you have any placement that is strong in the sign of Scorpio. So Scorpio is the 8th sign of the zodiac, and it comes right after Libra. And in my previous video talking about Libra, I explained how Libra is the first sign in the zodiac that we hit, where we go from I to we. Libra is all about collaborating and connecting with another person. And so they do this in a very neutral, harmonious air sign way, where they're logical, factual, inquisitive, curious, very friendly, not rubbing anyone the wrong way. They want to not rock the boat, be as likable as possible. But Scorpio, which comes right after Libra, is where we go from being friendly and social and just forming that connection to I want more out of my relationships. Scorpio is the archetype of intensity, obsession, passion, and intimacy. And so Scorpio is the part of us that we all have within us, where somewhere in our chart, where we seek depth. Libra is more superficial about their relationships. They just like to connect and talk and converse at a coffee shop. Scorpio is where we go, I want more intensity in this. There's a deeper feeling, like an itch in my soul that I could be hitting in this relationship or in life, and I need it scratched. So Scorpio is the kind of person, if you have a sun sign in Scorpio or just any placement in Scorpio, these people tend to be intense and obsessive. They seem to be someone who could be a thrill seeker potentially, or is just very obsessive in thought, or has some realm of mystery to them. They could be curious, investigative, whatever it is. They're seeking some form of intensity, and you can see this in their energy. They might even just energetically have something about them that you can tell is very intense. Because of their desire for intensity, Scorpio is a very determined person. When they set their mind on a goal, a vision, a person, they will do anything to attain that goal or person. They chase their goals relentlessly. They're obsessive with their goals. For Scorpio, any sort of thing that they're focused on, as long as they get to be obsessive about it, brings them fulfillment. They just love having something to focus on because it gives them that feeling in their soul that I'm feeling something intense. So these can be the kind of people who are very obsessive with whatever they're into, and they might eventually drop it. The person they're, oh, I'm not interested in that person anymore, or I'm not interested in that hobby anymore, or that job. Now I'm focused on this. Whatever it is that they love, whether it's changing, you're going to notice that a Scorpio is always obsessive and fixated on their thing. While the Scorpio archetype has so much willpower, they are also very patient people. They know how to play the power game well because they are obsessed with having power. And so Scorpio is the kind of person who knows exactly when to sit back and wait for their target, whether that's a person, goal, or job, to come to them. These people are always wielding this strong power. And like I said earlier, you can see it or feel it in their energy field. And so they are known for being able to attract things to them. They know how to get people's attention. And this is where the intimacy aspect of Scorpio comes in. Scorpio really wants to connect with people. They want to dive deep. They see life as everything that is below the surface. They know that the iceberg is only 10% above water. And because of this quality, they also assume the worst in people and they can keep things to themselves. So they often have an aura of mystery to them. While they seem powerful, they love to keep people guessing at who they are, what their motives are, and keep things hidden to themselves so that people chase them. So Scorpio is the kind of person who only reveals a little bit about themselves, little by little, so that they have people coming back and wanting more. They're the kind of person who will reveal something intense about them and then back away so that the person can stay intrigued by them. And at the same time, because they hold so much of themselves beneath the surface, they assume everyone else does the same. And this is where the very common stereotype of being mistrusting as a Scorpio comes in. Everyone says you can't trust a Scorpio, and Scorpios don't trust other people. And that's because of this quality of seeing everything that is below the surface. Scorpio assumes that everyone has terrible motives, or that they're evil, or that they're going to betray them because they must not be seeing all of them. They're assuming that most people are not open books. They're assuming that there's always something below the surface that is to be discovered. And so Scorpios could be totally open with you one day because you're close and connected and have known them for years. And all of a sudden they will seem to be backing away and breaking their friendship, relationship, or business partnership because they think that you're hiding something. They suddenly got a vibe or fear that you are going to betray them. So since Scorpio values intimacy so much, in the end that they want to feel this deep connection to something, whether it's a person, their passion, etc., while they want that, they at the same time are so afraid of being hurt that they will back away easily from these things. They think that they could easily be harmed, and so that they, by getting close to something, you can be harmed, that they can easily start to get close to their desire and back away out of fear. So one of the biggest things the Scorpio is going to struggle with is this mistrusting nature. This whole playing games thing that they're always running, thinking that people are keeping secrets and they have to be secretive. All these mind games that are being played to make people obsessed with you or to not be obsessed with someone else. They're going to keep themselves, in a way, lost in these depths. And so Scorpio has to watch out for when they're overthinking things. If someone's being upfront with them, maybe they just need to be upfront too, and to not be so worried about this trusting nature. Trust is a hard thing to learn, and I'm not telling a Scorpio to entirely just throw it all out the window and walk to people with open arms and open hearts. That's impossible to ask of a Scorpio. But just be aware of how this struggle comes up for you. Are there people in your life who are trusting you, but you're not reciprocating trust? Do you commonly have betrayal on your mind? Are you always assuming the worst? Scorpio, either way, has extremely powerful energy. And when they learn to be more optimistic instead of mistrusting, they can use their powers for good instead of harm. When using it in the negative sense, they might be so mistrusting that they play power games with people, whether that's in relationships or if that's in career or with family. And so they need to learn to be more optimistic, which can sound impossible for them, but when they do so, they can use their intense energy to form joyful connections that bring them joy, passionate work that brings them joy. They can find that depth that they are looking for. Scorpio is a water sign and is a fixed archetype. And so what this means is that Scorpio is always going to be driven by their emotions. They're always going to be feeling things out. And this can make them highly intuitive. They might actually know if they can repress their automatically mistrusting nature. They can read vibes well and tell when someone's a good person and when someone's a bad person. And as far as the fixed modality goes, this means that Scorpio is naturally going to be closed-minded. They think that their way of thinking is the right way. So when I tell you right now that you need to just maybe try being more trusting, see how that works out for you, and see if it helps you attain your deepest desire, you might think, no, you're wrong because I'm always right. That might sound a little extreme for you, but it might be generally where your thoughts go. The fixed modality is quite literally people who are stubborn and closed-minded, and that can be a strength. At times, it can help you reach your goal, but the fixed modality always has to be aware of when they are being not open-minded to new options that could keep them from attaining their desires. Overall, Scorpio is a very intense person. They are determined, have strong willpower and strong energetic powers that chase their goals to the end. They can hyperanalyze people unlike any other. They see right through people. They intuitively even know what they're going to do, but they can also logically see the psychology behind someone, and these are gifts unlike any other. They may struggle with being mistrusting, they may struggle with being a little too obsessive at times, and they may struggle with always chasing the next intense thing, which can lead them to not really attaining their core desire, which is to be intimate with life and to be intimate with someone and to be closely, dearly passionate about what they do and who they're with. If this video helped you understand what the Scorpio archetype is all about and the personality traits that come along with Scorpio, please leave a comment below and let me know. And let me know what other traits about Scorpio I missed. While you're down there, grab my free birth chart workbook where I help you understand the basics of your chart using journal prompts that I've personally used to understand my own chart. This workbook takes in less than 15 minutes to do the entire thing, and you'll understand how to actually apply your basics of your chart to live in alignment with your energy and with your desires more easily. You don't want to be like me when I first got into astrology and just took in all the information and did nothing with it. So grab the free birth chart workbook and the link in the description below. While you're down there, if you love courses and workbooks, you should grab the Making Mindfulness Fun bundle where I have 30 workbooks and courses on astrology, mindfulness, Enneagram, and so much more for only $30. That's $1 per course per workbook, and the courses have so many resources in them. So grab the Making Mindfulness Fun bundle in the link in the description below for a lifetime's worth of self-discovery workbooks and courses to do. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay tuned for more videos breaking down astrology and so much more. If there's something else that you want to see related to astrology, let me know in the comments below and I'll be sure to film it soon. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. My name is Isabelle, and from my heart to yours, namaste.